Moving day about to get underway at BPL22. We are on the traditional Thursday, and it is as tantalising as it ever has been. Most of the teams have found a spot in the top 5 at some point or another. 10 of the 12 have sat in the finals positions at some point. But at the end of today, we will know a hell of a lot more of where teams might finish at BPL22. Right here at Club Pine Rivers, Val Febo with you on Rinkside Live for the first clash round 16 of today. And it is the Gold Coast Hawks up against the Moama Steamers. Alongside me, as they have been all week, the one and only Connor Munnings and Mr. Worldwide, Matty Lucas. Gentlemen, welcome. How are we feeling this morning?
Yeah, thanks, Val. Great to be here. No, it's a great BPL because all teams can make finals still. No one's completely out of it. I know Sydney Saints, Tasmania Tridents, near the bottom, but they still mathematically have a chance. Yeah,
that's exactly right. So, Matty, as we welcome you, how's the throat going this morning? You feeling good? You pumped?
I feel good. I don't sound that good. I think I've gone down an octave, starting to sound more and more like John Laws every day. But
that's okay.
No, feeling good, mate, and happy to be here with you again. And Connor?
After last night, don't worry, I think I'm a bit of the same. I was trying to rev the crowd up with the Bowls for Brisbane. We'll talk more about that later, how wonderful that evening was. And the Aussies, well, we're just showing why we should be at the Olympics, because we're a medal chance. We dispatched the rest of the world. The Australians were so good. Absolutely brilliant, as Kelsey Cottrell takes some photos of Nathan Rice. But we've got the teams. This is what we're playing, or who is playing this morning before we go through the ladder. We've got Nathan Rice, Kelsey Cottrell, and Nick Brett for the Gold Coast Hawks. And then as we move across, the Moama Steamers, Aaron Sheriff, he is having some sort of a tournament. Cassandra Millerick and Matt Bouse, they are the Steamers. The coaches, Kevin Anderson for Moama and Mark Thatcher for the Hawks. Now, we've got some milestones as well. Caitlin Inch is playing her 200th Bowls Premier League match. So she's played a couple for the Blackjacks, 14 for Moama, and 172 for the Adelaide Pioneers. So congratulations to Caitlin Inch. Christina Van Nierop playing in her 250th Bowls Premier League match, the most capped player ever for the Perth Suns, and she might be back to the finals for the first time since BPL 10 for her and BPL 12 for the Suns. And then the 7th player to reach the 300-game milestone at the Bowls Premier League. There's going to be a few more today, but Wayne Rudiger notches up the triple ton. So congratulations to Rudy, one of the foundation players of the BPL. Played in APL 1, and he's still going in BPL 22. So fantastic achievement there. We've got a few more today, as I said. In fact, 4 players will cross over the threshold into the 300-game mark. So fantastic from a lot of players out there. But the ladder, gentlemen, I'm very excited by this ladder. I've been looking at it all morning, staring lovingly, gazing into its eyes, and it is genuinely super close. There are 2 wins separating 2nd and 9th, 3 wins from 2nd and 10th. We'll start with Moama. They're on top of the ladder, 11-4. Then we go to the Perth Suns, who are enjoying the most prosperous of tournaments they've had in a long time. They're 9-6, but +8 in net sets. Then the Lions, +2 net sets, 9-6. Melbourne Extreme, +1 net sets, 9-6. The Melbourne Pulse, well, they lost in this live stream game, or they lost in the TV game last night, but they've kind of avoided a little bit of danger even with that loss. They're 8-7. The Ospreys also lost last night, 7-8. The Hawks, they went down last night. They're 7-8. The Jets went down in this game yesterday, 7-8. And the Pirates went down yesterday, 7-8. So they lost matches that they probably would have been expected to win, but all 1 win out of the top 5. The Pioneers, 6-9, still well and truly alive for another finals appearance. Then, rounding out the 11th and 12th positions, the Tridents and Saints on 5 and 10. They're not far away, as apparently it's Bill Brandsma's birthday today, so big happy birthday to him as well. We didn't have that milestone on there because I didn't know, but happy birthday to Billy Brandsma, and that is the ladder, so plenty to get excited about.
250 games.
As Troy Corbo goes through the announcements.
200 games. And Wayne Rudiger, 300 games. Congratulations to all players.
So there are the
7
announcements.
rounds to go as we head into moving day here at BPL22. The Moama Steamers lead the competition with a 2-game advantage over the Perth Suns, Sydney Lions and Melbourne Extreme for the 2nd, 3rd and 4th respectively.
I could have just let Troy do this. I think we'll wait for Troy to finish his announcements and then we can go again.
No, I'd much rather listen to your voice than Troy's, mate.
The stage is set and now we can get into round 16 action. We have on round 1, Rink 1, Gold Coast Hawks against the Moama Steamers. Rink 2, the Sydney Lions versus the Geelong Jets. Rink 3 sees the Perth Suns take on the Moreton Bay Pirates. On Rink 4, the Melbourne Pulse and the Adelaide Pioneers do battle. On Rink 5, the Sydney Saints versus Tweed Ospreys. And on our TV rink, the Tasmania Tridents up against Melbourne Extreme. Players, good luck and you can commence your games.
All right, well, there it is. Games to commence. It's going to be Matty Bass leading for Aaron Sheriff, who's taking a quick seat, had his 40th birthday last night, so hopefully not too bleary-eyed. Nathan Rice leading for Nick Brett.
Yeah, last time these two teams met on this rink, we were treated to a really, really good game. It's sort of a tale of two halves. Nathan Rice dominating the first half, and then Aaron Sheriff getting into a little bit of a mood in the second and tearing the game away from the Hawks in the end.
Well, yeah, that was on Monday night, and it looked as though the Hawks were going to run away with that contest. But Aaron Sheriff did what Aaron Sheriff does best. How was his bowl last night against the Lions with his last tie break?
Both the bowls out.
I must admit that I didn't realise Nathan Black had a bowl left to come because it was in the ditch. So I've gone off on the microphone going, Aaron Sheriff's done it again. And then I panicked and I said, oh, but Nathan Black has one more to go.
Recovered well, Val.
I think I did. It was by the skin of my teeth. I had a bit of a mare yesterday because I didn't realise what time the sessions actually started. I've gone 15 minutes late. So I was in the bathroom and got a call from our events manager, Andrew Howie, and he said, where are you for the announcements? And I go, well, I'm indisposed at the moment. And Connor just
stepped up to the plate.
Grabbed the mic.
Jumped in, grabbed the mic, and I'm out of a job.
I didn't know that was starting either. I just got a tap on the shoulder from one of the broadcast people. Yep. And they're like, they're walking out now.
Lucky you were there. Lucky you were there.
I think the Hawks said that their walk-on music didn't come on, so I think Rookie was just ad-libbing and started singing something.
Cass Millerick feeling okay? I can hear a few coughs and she's... It's all right. We care, Cass. No, don't apologise.
So that's where
Never apologise.
That's where I got it from.
Kevy just giving us a couple of sledges. He looked good in his red hat last night, Kevin Anderson.
Nicky Brett getting through to the back of the rink there, and that is the deepest bowl on the green now.
As we keep going, I want to ask at the end of this end, I've got a loaded question for you both. Coming in on both barrels.
I love that. Questions without notice.
Yep.
Put us on the spot. Get a genuine answer out of us. I like it.
Yep. And you have to answer. You cannot sit on the fence. You can't get splinters today.
No splinters. Okay. Nicky trying. Just coming up shy, I think. It's a bit of a three-way measure here. Bousey just having a quick squeeze. I'm just pushing this one wide.
There's a bit of room here for Nick Brett, but I don't mind where Aaron Sheriff has put that because it sort of mitigates any sort of running shot for Nick Brett. Because because they were holding one at the back of the rink if he was able to connect with the jack and push it either to the ditch or out of bounds. So
I think they've got Lurchy just saying they've got 4 seconds, so you might still see Nicky trying to sort of get under the head here and land this Matty Bouse bowl away. Well,
oh no,
he's got a horrible result. And that'll be 2 to the Moama Steamers.
Yeah, that's
in their account.
That's a face palm if I've ever seen it from Nick Brett. And you know those things happen in bowls, and you just have to move on. So, my loaded question is: got the top 5. Which surprise packet do you think is going to jump straight into the top 5 by the end of the day? We've had a comment on our live stream saying that they reckon the Tridents will be in the 5 by the end of the day. Not sure that that will happen, but what do you gentlemen think by the end of the day with the teams that aren't in the 5 that might be at the top end of the ladder?
Let me have a look at the draw.
That doesn't really mean too much, but just because it is so even. So what do we think? Connor's being awfully silent.
I'm just looking at the ladder.
I'm looking at the draw.
Okay.
See who's got who today. Of course, I'm looking more towards the Hawks. Just thinking whether or not they've got a couple of... Well, there's no soft games, but...
No. Games against teams that might not be as confident.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with the Hawks.
Okay. Hawks into the 5. Connor, what do you think?
I have to go to Geelong Jets. I just saw a couple of their matchups there. I think they're very winnable games for them. I mean, I know that's probably not a surprise, seeing how dominant they were last year, but I'm being realistic, I think.
They was 7 and 4 going into day 3.
Yeah.
They didn't win yesterday, so they will be desperate to get themselves on the board on a very, very busy Thursday here at Club Pine Rivers. And my tip to jump in from 9th and into the top 5 are the Moreton Bay Pirates, because I think Alex Marshall is ticking along mightily nicely. He was excellent last night, but Dylan Fisher played some Dylan Fisher magic.
I don't mind that Trident's call. I know they're a fair way behind and might not be by the end of today, but Dylan Fisher's starting to get his groove after such a long layoff from the BPL or APL when he last played.
I think... Go on.
You go.
I think that shot he played last night would be the best shot I've seen this tournament so far.
Yep.
To miss by a mil the front bowl, miss the jack by a mil, miss his own bowl by a mil, and then land on that to make the incredibly difficult shot, and actually calling that shot, saying this has to go exactly to plan, executing it perfectly in that moment. Shot of the tournament so far for me.
100% agree. But the thing is, at 5 and 10 for both them and the Saints, everything has to go perfectly. And Tassie are actually +1 in net sets, so they get a few wins on the board. They might actually be a chance, but they have to win every game because 12 wins in Moama got you in, but it also meant that you finished 6th and 7th. So 11 and 11, I don't quite think is going to be enough, as I dig back to BPL20 just to see what the ladder looked like there.
Omar drawing the shot there with his second bowl.
Okay, so at BPL20, 11 wins actually did get you into 5th.
+2
Yep.
net sets.
But the Steamers were 11 and 11 and missed out with -5 net sets. So Tridents might be able to afford to miss one, as Nick Brett sends this one down.
Oh, it's a really good try.
If you do want to watch those Dylan Fisher replays, they're on our Facebook page, the highlights, all highlights from last night's game. Go to the Bowls Australia Facebook page, you'll see it there. I did run out of fishing puns when posting though.
Surely there's some kind of reel it in or
Yeah,
some
that's
kind of pun that's been used, has it?
That's the next one I want to use.
Yeah, right.
Used hook, line, sinker.
Yeah.
The biting whale for Dylan Fisher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of mine, I reckon. Was it?
Yeah, that's one you recommended.
I took credit very quickly there.
Netted the set.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Use that one.
Don't mind that at all.
Looks like another one there to Moama Steamers, second end.
This is a very good start for the Steamers. No power play. Yes, there is. Mark Thatcher waves the sign aloft. Double shots on offer for the Gold Coast Hawks.
Encouragement from the sidelines here. You can hear Cass and Kevy applauding Matty Bouse's first bowl. Handy spot there from Lurch.
You see this one from Matty Bouse come in and talk about debutants at the BPL. Both him and Ben Leggett have been superb.
Well, you're right, and we've got 3 debutants.
Selena Goddard has been very good as well.
Yeah, sitting in the top 5. Brianna Smith,
And
another one.
Brianna Smith.
So we've got one debutant in Matty Bouse sitting on top of the table. We've got one in Ben Leggett sitting in second. Brianna Smith sitting in fourth. Kane Nelson in just his second tournament sitting in third. And then Selena Goddard well and truly entrenched in this competition as well. So the debutants doing a pretty good job.
Nathan Rice changing to the forehand with his last bowl. Looking to get down for a little touch of the jack. He's done a good job here. Has he just popped it too far, perhaps?
He has.
I think he's still one down.
I feel like this is the tail of the tape this morning for the Gold Coast Hawks.
Yeah, still early days, but you don't get a lot of room to sort of get a couple of those results in 5-end sets, do you? It's so cutthroat. As soon as you lose those first two ends, you instantly feel like you have to make something happen. And that bowl from Aaron Sheriff just not making it sort of much easier for Nikki. He's going to have to play the backhand. He's still got clear access to the jack if he can get a little touch on it. This one getting right down deep towards the reef spot area. Trying to add. Gets to a pretty handy spot. More weight here from Nikki Brett now on the forehand. And he clips the front bowl and out of orbit. Having a great deal of impact, that bowl. Stayed up at the back of the rink though. Karen Sheriff bowling towards Matty Bouse's foot. Well, where he was. He's moved now. Trying to get down between those two Hawks bowls. The second shot for the spot. I think Nikki playing some more weight here. As a result, not going to achieve there. And they've defended the power play on the third end, Moama Steamers.
Yeah, they've just been consistent, haven't they? The Hawks have had a couple of things go against them. Power play called by Kevin Anderson, so double shots on offer. Might as well do it now, because if they score a 1, they actually can't lose the set. It'll double to 2. 4-0 after 3. We'll go through some of the other results so far at the conclusion of this end, because just wait for things to settle down a little bit. But there are some teams that are looking to entrench themselves inside the top 5 with Moama, with continuous wins. Without continuous wins and with a couple of losses, they get brought right down to the pack, and the Sydney Lions know all too well what that is like. They were 5-0, and then they found themselves outside the 5 at one point yesterday. For a big win over Moama last night.
Matty Bowser's first bowl, just piling the pressure on. Yeah, it's excellent leading there from Bousey.
Sort of come in and just gelled immediately. Huh? Him and Aaron Sheriff, we've spoken about it, such good friends.
Yeah, and while it might be your first time at this particular tournament, you know, there's so many other events that these guys would have played together and understand each other's game so well. Sure, there might be a little bit of nerves or butterflies on the first day, but as soon as you're out there and rolling the rocks down the green, all that sort of, you know, dissipates, and then you're into the game, focusing on what you have to do to get that W.
Well, I was speaking to him the other day, and he just seemed like he was loving the opportunity to play in this tournament. And he last played he played 28 games for Australia back in 2013-14. And understands what it's like to play at the highest level. So it's nothing new in that sort of realm, but still very different format.
Third shot, the call there from Matty Bowes. Yeah, Nick just struggling to find a bit of consistency for his line. You know, he's sort of trying to play those little, you know, metre to 2 metre shots, which can be quite difficult on this rink, especially with swingy bowls. And pulling in another third shot. Nicky picked the right track here. And this one, asking this one to turn. Gonna just get the edge of the bowl. Fine effort.
He's got one more after this, Nick Brett, to try and change things. Aaron Sheriff can put another one in and improve the misery. From their point of view anyway. Is this going to get there? No. So they absolutely need this to the Gold Coast Hawks. They're down 4-0. A 1 here. They lie 6-0 down on the power play.
He's definitely tighter.
Nicky Brett.
Now he's got the front. Oh, geez. That's 2 really good shots for no result.
So 1 doubles to 2. 6-0. Bronwyn Torrens, our marker, launching the paddles up aloft, and the substitutions come on because the set is essentially over. They can't win it. The Gold Coast Hawks, they need a full count to even tie it. So I don't think we're going to be seeing any killed ends either, because they're just that far away.
Yeah, Matty Bowes was superb then.
Yep.
3 of the ends, when the skips and the leads crossed over, they were holding shot, the Moama Steamers, and Aaron Sheriff didn't really need to do too much. He got the one conversion in the second end, but didn't really need to do too much apart from that.
Yeah, Matty Bass on song from the get-go, wasn't he? The other results going on at the present time, we have got the Sydney Lions and the Jets. The Jets leading 4-0 after 3. The Suns and the Pirates. The Pirates 5-1 after 3. So that's a big, big contest in the context of this tournament. So this is really big. The Suns are on next here, and they play the Melbourne Pulse, so that's going to be a good game as well. The Pioneers and the Pulse leading that. They're in form at the moment, 5-2 after 3. The Saints leading the Ospreys, 10-4 after 3. So they've converted a big power play there. And after 3 on the TV rink, the Extreme and the Tridents locked together at 3 apiece.
I might have been tempted to maybe leave Nathan Rice on. I mean, Nicky's played some great bowls in the area, just not quite getting the results. And
on this rink, Nathan Rice has really been quite prevalent.
Yeah, probably, could have brought Kels on and thrown Lurchy up the skip. As we said yesterday on this rink, not yesterday, first day on this rink, dominated the first half. Sometimes just the particular set of bowls that you're using and even the way you deliver the bowl can sort of mean that the rink plays differently for two different players. It might just be easier for Lurch to find the centre lines, whereas sort of Nicky's bowls, as soon as they look like turning, they get pretty vicious and turn away.
Just going through the motions in this final end of the opening set. Gold Coast need an absolute miracle. And I don't think it's coming. I don't reckon they'll go for the kill then, because if there's any worth killing it when you need the full count to even tie the set, might as well just get your leads eyes in for Cass and Kels. Let him fire to start set number 2. Nick Brett.
Well, perhaps the only advantage might be that Kels gets another look at it, but Cass also gets another look at it. If you want to go and kill the end. Probably better off to use these bowls to just try and find the right tracks. We see Nicky's bowl again, sort of just trying to draw the shot, but as soon as it started to turn, it really got quite grippy, turned right away. Moama with a little touch of the jack, rubbing some salt.
Yeah, they've just really done what they had to do, the Moama Steamers, in this set. They haven't been... Like, Matty Bass has probably been the player of the match so far, but they've just been in the area, put bowls around, covered when they needed to, and the Gold Coast have had a couple of negative results not go their way.
Yep.
I guess when you're on top of the ladder, you can just do what's needed.
Yep.
Don't need to do anything special.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's when you're sitting a couple of games clear, especially, they'll most likely finish, but will be in the top 2 by the end of the day today. But you just never know. You could lose 5 on the trot and be completely back with the pack. Only really need to win a couple more. And that will be the Hawks on the board. Going to get a measure.
Probably still favouring
Yeah.
Cass's bowl in the front.
I tend to agree. But we'll find out. Sometimes the tape can show us things that we don't see. So 1 to the Moama Steamers. They take a clean sweep of the set. 5 unanswered end wins, 7 shots to 0. They've gotten through it in pretty quick fashion as well. They don't muck around. The other results going around at the moment. Let's go through some of those with the conclusion of this set. It's going to be the Steamers to get us underway. The Jets lead the Lions 4 shots to 2 with an end to play. The Suns and Pirates locked away at 5 all. The Pirates, I believe, are surrounding the Jack with a couple bowls left to go. The Pioneers and Pulse. The Pulse leading 7-2 after 4. The Saints leading the Ospreys 10-5 after 4. Still the Tridents and Extreme locked away at 3 apiece after 3. Nothing changed there. Tridents need to be perfect, as do the Saints, and both performing quite well. That's the definition of leading, isn't it, Connor? One very close, one behind.
Yeah, can't ask for much more.
Well, Kelsey Cottrell is in the area. She's in the area, and she has rolled too far. I think that's the story of the morning for the Gold Coast. Rolled too far.
Yeah, it's thereabouts, though. You see a lot of players, or a lot of leads in like pennant and stuff. If their opponent gets in the Jack, then they'll try and chase shots and always finish miles heavy or something, where if they're just getting within a couple of foot, that's all you can ask for as a skip. You get bowls in the heads and it allows you to play more shots.
So the Pirates have taken the first against the Perth Suns. 2 double to 4 makes it a 9-5 set win.
Great effort here from Cals. Oh, just missing the Jack.
Again, Cass's bowls remain unmoved. Now, remember back to BPL 17, which was Cass's debut. She was mega. Actually, I don't think it was quite her debut. I have to double check when that actually was, but it was one of her first
down at Moama, wasn't it?
Tournaments. That BPL 17 was.
Yep.
Cass Millerick, BPL 16 was her first, so it was in her second event. And she was in her first grand final, just completely undeterred that night. And that whole week, she was so impressive as Moama went on to beat the Sydney Lions in the grand final. In a rematch of BPL 14 the year before, when the Sydney Lions, thanks to Ben Twist, as this one here. And finally, they follow one through.
Yeah, fantastic shot from Nikki. Finally managing to get the right side of the Jack. Spilt it out, and there's still a little bit of room for Aaron, although he's just come up shy there. This is the important one. Back up that good shot. Play a good draw shot. Get right on top of it and sort of hide it away from Aaron a little bit if he can. Needs to run. Well, he's got a little bit of dust on the windshield.
But yeah, going back to Cass and what she did that tournament, she was sort of that breath of fresh air that the Steamers needed. So Sheriff's out of bullets.
Making a bit of a correction there. I think that'll count.
Well, that is a very decent start to the set. They finally got that little trail of the Jack, and it worked out 3-0. They're on the board for the first time in this match, and it's a decent total as well.
Yeah, it's the first time Nick Brett's converted this game, and it's reaped rewards for the Gold Coast Hawks.
It was probably really the first opportunity that he's had to play a shot at a sort of bowl jack target like that. A lot of the other ones he was trying to just miss a bowl or just sort of get a corner of a bowl or something like that. That one there presents pretty nice. 2 good bowls in waiting.
And Kevy has called a power play.
Now Kelsey Cottrell jumps right on top of the jack with her first bowl. A little swing in momentum perhaps happening here.
So I've just seen on Facebook Kelsey's page, if you want to go and have a follow, I'm nicknaming these new shoes by Drake's Pride Australia, the Lazy Lurchers. No laces, no tie-up, just slip them straight on. Very good by the Gold Coast Hawks.
He was definitely getting a few comments about them. Oh, super shot from Kelsey Cottrell. Just dying around Cass's front bowl. Getting in there for 2.
Yeah, well, this is where things can go awry. You can win a pretty comfortable first set and you'd be forgiven for going into a bit of a mental lull because you feel as though you're in complete control. There's always that little dip at the start of the second set because I think it's kind of human nature to sometimes lose a little bit of focus because you think, all right, we're starting again.
Yeah, that's as soon as you have one of those little thoughts or you allow one of those thoughts to creep into your head, you have to have a chat with yourself.
And you see it in tennis a lot when, you win the set, you're doing really well, you're riding the high, but then all of a sudden you're down a break in the second. And things can come at you very quickly. You just got to be adaptable, and that's what Steamers need to do here. I like the confidence from Kevin Anderson to call the power play.
He's a confident man.
Yep. He's a funny man too.
Oh, I'm not sure about this. Oh, she's managed to get just the right side of the jack. For a moment there, I thought she was going to get jack down the line and take off, but got a bit of blue tack on that bowl. It stuck pretty good. Takes away a lot of the danger as well. Becomes a little bit of first in best dress now for the 2 skips. Yeah, pretty nice speed at that. Maybe just a foot of weight. Trying to just miss this. Oh, he sneaks underneath. Did he just feather the jack?
No.
Didn't. Just having a look at Desi, seeing if Desi was going to make a little move there. He's not. This one's just got to keep running from Nick Brett. He's done a great job. That's the shot. Moama with 2 to play. I dare say this will just be a draw shot. If he touches the jack, he makes a 3. Just sneak around the front. Looking pretty good. He's looking very good.
Oh, yeah. And I tell you what, there are some results brewing. After this bowl, we'll let you know what's happening around the rinks. Because this round could be the great lever, Nick Brett. Kevin Anderson says that was rude.
I'm not sure he actually got the shot, did he?
Omar says, yeah, he got it, and he's not happy.
Well, kind of.
Oh, no, maybe not. They've still got the shot. I think that was the call. Timeout called.
Yeah, it's a great call. He took the words out of my mouth, Kevin Anderson. I said, even if they're one down there, it almost presents an opportunity for Omar to convert on the backhand and make it 2, 3, maybe even 4 out of this.
It's the swing now.
Trying to turn. It was a good attempt.
So power play defended for the Hawks. Oh, no, it's not. So 1 double to 2 for the Steamers. 3-2 is the score in this second set. Power play called by Mark Thatcher. Double shots on offer for the Hawks, N3 set 2. Now, this could be the great levelling round here, round 16 of BPL22, because the Geelong Jets have won the first set against the Sydney Lions. The Moreton Bay Pirates have won the first set and lead 2-0 in the second against the Perth Suns. The Melbourne Pulse lead 8-2 over the Pioneers. They've won the first set. The Saints have won the first 13-5 over the Ospreys. And the Tridents have won the first 6-3 over the Extreme.
Holy
so
moly.
All the teams that are chasing the Steamers and chasing a spot in the top 5 are losing. The Steamers are laughing at the moment because they are on the verge of going another game clear at the top. Everyone that is below them on wins directly on 9 is behind. And I tell you who is laughing. The Melbourne Pulse. They are having some sort of resurrection.
They've come from nowhere, really.
The Melbourne Lazarus.
I can see them over there on, is it rink 4? I can see them over there playing that short length again. It's been working a treat for them. Gary Kelly just having his way, running through the head, getting jacks in the ditch, taking bowls out, taking spectators out.
Well, they were in the top 3 after 17 rounds here last year and didn't win a game after that. So this might be the complete opposite, where they just didn't really have much of a look in. But now they're looking okay. Speaking of looking okay, the Steamers currently holding a couple. Cass just dropping that one short.
Yeah, Kels just needs to make a little correction here. As good as those 2 bowls are, and just past the jack, really sort of needs some representation in the head, and she's doing a great job. Little toucher, falling off Cass's bowl for the shot. And that becomes a really nice looking head now for Nick to play to. Draw with confidence either hand.
Tell you what, the Saints are up and about. Had a loud contingent of supporters here last night.
Anthony Cotty's got him up in droves. He's also taking photos over there. He's a man of many talents, Anthony Cotty from St. John's Park.
Well, it just has to be close from Omar. Just needs to push. Oh, his line was immaculate. Mickey Brett nearly releasing that bowl before Omar's had come to rest. Needs to be a little careful. Oh, he's done well.
That is very nice.
Nice little ad.
And a reminder that it is a power play for the Hawks, so they got double shots. Could be on our way to a tiebreak if they can convert here, but Aaron Sheriff, if this runs, did I say if? I should say when.
Yep. Great correction. Not always easy to make those tiny little corrections. Sometimes the bigger corrections are easier to make, as we see Nicky Brett. Oh, just missing high. Remove Omar's last bowl. Both skips with 1 bowl to play each. Omar will still be trying to pop another bowl in there if he can touch the jack himself. Makes it extremely difficult for Nicky Brett. Oh, he's tipped that bowl over. Still 1 to the Steamers. Nick Brett just needs to get this bowl clean. Needs luck now.
Oh, that is unfortunate. And the Moama Steamers take a 1, level proceedings. Power play defended. 2 ends to go. 3 all. Can the Hawks manufacture a tiebreak? Places up for grabs, wins almost priceless at this point of the competition.
Lovely shot from Kelsey.
That is huge.
Just tucking it round the corner.
Well, they need multiples. Try and defend a multiple going into the final end if they can. Or at least if they do drop it, drop a 1. Need to make it 2 with the last. Try and force this to a deciding tiebreak despite only winning 1 end in this match. It's hard to think that that's what we're looking at as Cass Millerick. Stop it.
Well, that's super leading from Kelsey. Still looks like 1 to Cass Millerick's bowl. But she's definitely given Nick an opportunity to play a good shot. Perhaps make that 2 or 3. Handy to have a 3-shot buffer going into the last, of course. Moama still with that power play up their sleeve. Oh no, they've played it.
Yes.
Yes, they've already played it.
They sure have.
Kevin Anderson with the early power play. Omar draws a shot right in behind where Nicky Brett wants to trail that jack.
Aaron Sheriff had his family last night for his 40th birthday, in which Steamers couldn't get the job done against the Lions, but he dazzled us once again. We all sang him happy birthday.
That tiebreaker between the Sydney Lions and Moama Steamers was something else.
It was, wasn't it? Nathan Black on the TV rink against the 6-time MVP, Aaron Sheriff. Nick Brett trying to get this to swing in. He's not a mile away. No way. He hasn't, has he? It's fallen out. He's made it.
He's actually drilling the shot.
Nicholas Brett.
No stranger to drawing impossible.
Well, we've seen it. It's gone viral. Millions of views. That was the sort of turn that he got too. Maybe a little bit more on the viral video, but that is something else. Aaron Sheriff. Oh. Was looking a little sketchy there. Can Nick do it again?
Yeah, look, I'm going to say I think Nick was trying to draw around Cass's bowl with his second bowl, so he definitely doesn't want to be down that same track now. Otherwise, he's a good chance to turn Cass's bowl in. This is more looking to sort of almost get an edge off Cass's widest bowl there, just dying in underneath that, and if it rips back and turns, you'll score. He's playing this pretty well. He's playing it really well.
Nick Brett's
Drop down. Oh, he's almost a sneaky chance to get in for two there.
If he's done this. Just the one. So he was close, but they do lead. Going into the final end of the set. They have to win it though. Sudden death now for the Gold Coast Hawks. Defending a one with Aaron Sheriff having last bowl is one of the hardest things you could possibly do in this sport.
This is where I'm
Jack
in the
Pitt.
camp. Yeah, just get it in.
Because it's a tie-break end. No power plays, just hammer and tong.
Or at least play that jack towards the ditch, so that you've got that opportunity to bury it. You know, should Cass play a side toucher, frame it up, just take that opportunity. I mean, you can still do it from this position on the rink as well, but you're more likely to stay close and bury it and sit right on top of it and win the end. You know, if the jack's right up near the ditch.
Right, so let's go through some other results for your enjoyment. When my page loads, there we go. Cass, what is she doing here? What is she doing here? Oh, well, that's quite lovely. Or simply lovely, as Max Verstappen would say. Now, the Geelong Jets lead the Sydney Lions 3-2 after 3 in the second set, having won the first. The Perth Suns lead the Moreton Bay Pirates 3-2 after 3. The Pirates won the first.
Oh, brilliant shot from Kelsey. Drawing off that shot bowl. Cass Millerix just left her enough room.
The Adelaide Pioneers lead the Melbourne Pulse 7-3 after 3 in the second, having lost the first. So that looks destined for a tiebreak. Same with the Ospreys and the Saints. So the Ospreys 6-0 to the good after 3. Having lost the first 13-5. Bit wayward there with the drive from Cass. The Extreme leading 2-0 in the second set over the Tridents. That's after 2. The Tasmania Tridents won the opening set. So lots of water to go under the bridge.
Just sort of seeing how that head's set up there for the Steamers. If Aaron impacts the shot bowl, it looks like the Jack will leave the rink. So It's a race to the respot. Cass is going to play tunnel ball with it. He's probably finished about 3 or 4 feet short. Omar on the run. Getting a split, changing it up.
Wow,
It rocks back.
Yeah, but there's still a little bit of a target there. Jack and bowl. Oh, there is an opportunity that if Omar did go for it, or there is a chance that it springs onto that bowl at the side, on the right-hand side of your screen.
The Hawks.
That is such that's such an intelligent call from Kelsey. You know, like Omar can get that bowl off clean, but if he's going to get it off clean, there's a really, really good chance it just goes through the Moama bowl there. So it's more important to nail the tee here, or the respot.
Has Nick done it? Kelsey says, yes, you have. All right. 2 bowls left for Aaron Sheriff.
It's forced the issue onto Omar. You're sort of dictating what shot he's going to play. Not saying that he's not capable of going back to the drawer and just drawing this off cold, but it's probably a little bit more difficult to do.
So there is a genuine chance that after winning just 3 ends, if they win this end, we could be coming to a tie-break.
Yeah, Nick's just got to hit some fresh air and run a little bit.
Doesn't quite. Yeah. All right.
Well,
final bowl of the set.
Again, it was
Hill
pretty
nominated.
Yeah, it was pretty important to beat Omar's last bowl. Again, you know, if he clears off that shot bowl clean, it's a chance to go through Cass's bowl.
So Kill nominated.
Nominating the Kill.
Doesn't like it. Jinx. And we are off to a tie-break, ladies and gentlemen. 1 to the Gold Coast Hawks. They've won 3 ends in this match. And somehow, this is where we find ourselves. 5 shots to 3 in the end in the second set. Mightily impressive resolve from the Hawks, the defending champs. It is their mat. Are we going to see Jack in the pit? Come on, Kels, bring it up further.
No, it's just not.
No.
There you go here, by the looks of it.
Someone do it. Upsets me.
Trust me, if I was out there, we'd be doing it now.
Well, I'm going to be your manager. I'm going to get you signed, Matt.
End 1.
Yep.
What are we doing, Val? Jack in the pit.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Get the ringside live BPL team.
Yep. Every end. I'm bringing in Ryan Bester. I'm bringing in you. Who else is a good driver that we can get in? A female driver. Beck's pretty good, but she won't leave Tasmania.
Tash is not here.
Yeah?
Tash is a brilliant hitter.
Yep. So somehow we find ourselves in this position, which was mightily unexpected after the first set, the way the Steamers were cooking. But having said that, you think now, like, if some of those results had have gone the way of the Hawks in that opening set, they could be staring at a straight sets victory here. And this is what happened. It was the complete opposite to their meeting on Monday, where the Hawks dominated the start and the Steamers worked their way into the contest.
Yeah, and if you can remember, Omar played so many good bowls that just sort of shaved the jack or just got underneath or wrong side of the bowl in the first set. And you could sort of see him or sense him getting a little frustrated with the situation. And then I remember him coming over to the bench thinking about maybe taking himself off and said, don't worry about it, I'll do it. Just went to a whole nother level.
Quite unbelievable, wasn't it?
It's almost like he just had a conversation with himself on the sideline.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Privy to it, yeah.
Omar and Aaron.
Yeah. The alter ego.
When Aaron turns into Omar.
Yeah, nice little shot on here for Bousey. Reaching with a couple of feet of weight on the backhand. Any contact, really. Just doesn't want to be tight with it. Still changed it up. Doesn't look horrible for him. Great call. So drawing across the head, getting to those bowls that are underneath on the backhand. Giving himself a chance to maybe even get to the jack.
Nick, come on, what are you doing?
He's played it perfectly, Lurch.
And we saw none of it.
Yeah. It's all right. Once I saw that, I was trying to call it for you, but sort of bounced off those two bowls Nicky Brett was pointing to. Wriggled in behind the jack.
Well, he's nailed the shot. I won't use it for the highlights. We might use this. We might just use this. Or is it going to be just a draw to the respot?
That's very close.
Is it in or is it out?
I think it's just in.
Kevy says in.
I think it's just in. I'm going to pull a scope on it. We'll put the mirror on it.
Yeah, it looks like it's in.
Oh, maybe just out. Omar thinks.
I think Nick Brett's pointed to
Nick
in.
thinks it's in. Is there a... Oh, there's a mirror up there.
Yep.
Yep.
So as we see, like, if an Australian's playing this shot, they're usually playing the backhand outside to in. So we see Nicky Brett playing the forehand inside to out.
I'll tell you what, he's close.
He's just come up short. That's a product of the greens over in the UK being so slow. Generally, they're a little bit quicker as the game wears on. It's quicker down the middle and it's really, really slow on the outside. So guys are usually more comfortable playing inside out. That might change his mind. No, he's still staying there. Those balls kind of seem like they're right in the draw line from this angle, but I'm sure Nicky's got a better view of it from the mat.
Oh, he's not far away,
Needs
Nick
to
Brett.
Stop. What a shot, Nicky Brett.
Has it stopped?
Oh, that is brilliant.
Oh, my word.
Mr. International.
That is naughty. Filthy weight. How has he done that?
Yeah, it looks like Omar's going to be playing some weight. Playing the weight that if he kills it, he wants his bowl to run towards the spot.
And Sheriff
And he's just
hasn't
gone under.
got it, but Nick Brett, that is something special. They won 4 ends of the 11 that we played, and the Gold Coast Hawks keep their title defence alive. That is a humongous victory.
Yeah, that's massive for the Hawks' chance of making the 5. Just had to happen.
So it puts them now on 8 wins and 8 losses, an even ledger, which is exactly where they want to be. Brilliantly done from the Gold Coast Hawks. Nick Brett with some telling blows at the end of that contest. Nathan Rice and Kelsey Cottrell with their coach Mark Thatcher. They move on. The Steamers, though, no harm done for them because they're still 2 wins clear. Probably only 1 by the end of this round. We'll just determine who that team is going to be. That is only 1 win behind them, but they're not back with the pack just yet. So the Steamers live to fight another day. The Hawks continue on their charge for a title defence. We have got the Suns and the Pulse coming up very, very shortly here on Ringside Live. That's 10:15 a.m. 15 minutes time from now. Connor and Matt, well done to you both. And we'll be back very shortly on Ringside Live.